days. We got a little bit further. Didn't really film any of it. Anyways, I got new bearings in here. Put silicone on there so this little seal doesn't slide out or anything crazy happen. Just tap these out with a hammer and a long some kind of like pry bar or some kind of bar. Getting ready for the disc brakes. I had to shave this out. I think I shaved a little too big, more than I'd like, but I got an idea that I think is going to work. This little piece that I cut out, I cut them up into smaller pieces here, and go right here. This is part of that little piece I cut out to mount the bracket for the disc brake. And then right here, I'm gonna weld this bracket onto here. And the way you're gonna take these brakes off is I took this little grommet plunger thing out, found a longer bolt that threads in there. So when I go take the caliper off, take that guy out and take this guy out, and that'll come right off. So I'm gonna be welding this to here, but to get my angle I like, I'm gonna need this piece. I'm gonna weld this here. I'm gonna weld that there. I'm gonna weld this down a little bit lower just to get more pad on the rotor. This is a 200X, bought it on eBay. It's an 85 200X, slides right on these spines. If you can't find a rotor, I was thinking what I was gonna do was take my brake drum, cut the drum part off, and I'll still have the spline here, cut a nice circle, go on Amazon, find something that's a rotor similar size to this. What's this? This is about a 8.5 inch rotor. Get something similar to this, and then weld the rotor to the outside of the brake drum, but obviously cut the brake drum down, get it nice and centered and fit it up good. That would be my second option. So this goes here on the shaft, and then you have your old part of your brake drum over here. Then you need a spacer here, and then your two nuts with your washer. This nut fits perfectly. I took a Dremel and Dremeled the inside out to get a good fit. You have a good fit, good snug fit there. It looks pretty clean looking. And yeah. Alrighty folks, bracket's on there. She's a little hot, but this is what we're looking like. This is what we got going on. Here's our pieces that we cut off right here. We reuse them right there and there. We got this guy welded up. Here's the original mounting locations. We just I just plug weld them, plug those up, and I think we're good to throw this back together, throw everything on. Alrighty, so this is what we got at the moment. We got this bracket right here welded on. This is the factory bolt, the factory squishy thing here. Alrighty, so update. I found a smaller bolt and it fits perfect. Just 2 threads outside that bracket. Still got to find a little bushing or a spacer in there. This was what was in that bracket before, that caliper bracket. This was bolted to the caliper, and then this just slid over this right here, and then this was a little bushing inside. I'm gonna try to reuse this for inside right here and still get a spacer. There we go. It's all buttoned up. Looking good, looking good. On the next part here. I got this all sanded down to bare metal for the most part and hit it with some primer. But anyways, up here we have our 2 notches where it used to sit, and we're working on the top of the rear axle. The top goes in the bottom bracket, part of the bracket, push back. And we have our little track bar deal, which I'll get a little measurement. Not all these lifts need to be built this way, but I don't know. Try to get a somewhat accurate measurement from the middle of the bolt bar here. Anyways, this is what we need. From about the middle of the bowl hole to down here, we're looking at about 13. Overall, we'll call it 14 and a half. Then this is a 6-inch piece of angle. We're probably going to tip it up like that. Get some nice welds in there all the way around. Then I'm going to put a piece of flat bar from this side, from this bar to this bar, with some holes, or I'll use some square stock or another piece of angle, something. Probably drill 2 holes, bolt it up. Down here, I'll probably throw some square stock in there to beef it up, or maybe I'll get a piece of plate, cover it up, maybe cut some designs out, and then that's that. So pretty easy. I mean, everyone has different ideas for these lifts. They're simple to do. Just take your time and do it right. I'm not going to weld all the way around this. I'm doing everything nut and bolt. So only thing welded to the frame will be this. Alrighty, so this is what we're working with. I only have 2 bolts in right here right now. I have nothing over here. The other 2 are at the house. So anyways, this is what we got. Took some measurements right in here and here. And then we took some measurements between these 2 little bars. And it'd be something like that. There's a little bit of a gap. It's all falling apart right now, but you guys get the picture. Yeah. So that's what we're working with. We gotta get some holes drilled and some stuff welded up, and we definitely need 2 more bolts.